pleased to receive an address from the President on the 2025 budget estimate.
In other resolutions, lawmakers sought investigations into fire disasters in some markets nationwide, as well as a multi-billion naira tractor supply agreement by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security.
A year after the agreement was signed by the National Agricultural Development Fund and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, no single tractor or implement has been received in Nigeria, despite the huge public funds involved in this transaction.
Calls the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation to provide immediate relief materials for the victim of the fire outbreak.
Several establishment bills scaled second reading.
Bill for an act to establish Federal College of Entrepreneurship and Skill Acquisition, Maiduguri, Borno State, to provide full-time courses.
That's a bill for an act to provide for the upgrading of the Ehamufu College of Education into Federal University of Education, Ehamufu, issues the local government in Enugu State, and for related matters be read for the second time.
The House passed 2 bills to amend the acts establishing the Northwest and Southeast Development Commissions. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
The Senate has passed the Nigerian Insurance Reform Bill 2024, which seeks to address contemporary challenges for growth and innovation within the industry. Among provisions in the legislation is a proposal to raise the capital base of insurance companies in Nigeria to 45 billion naira. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
During plenary Tuesday, President of the Senate announced that President Bola Tinubu lay before a joint session of the National Assembly the proposed budget for 2025, and sitting time has therefore been adjusted to 10:30 in the morning. The main feature at plenary was the passing of the Nigeria Insurance Reform Bill 2024. The comprehensive review of the Insurance Act, as explained in the report of the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Matters, was to enable Nigeria achieve the $1 trillion economy by 2030. An observation was raised with regards to the proposed capital base, but the committee gave reason for the increase.
We cannot just wake up one night and say capital base of insurance company has moved more than 100%. How can you 45 billion for insurance? We have only one, and should that one die, it means Nigerian risk will be reassured in another country.
You cannot be, reinsuring businesses in the big economy without also having a very reasonable capital base.
Economies change at all times. It's therefore incumbent on the authorities of every nation to recraft their legislations to go in tandem with contemporary realities.
Bill to give legal backing to Project Development Agency PRODA in Enugu State was also passed.
The establishment of the Project Development Agency by the Act of the Parliament will provide legal impetus for these 53 years old institution.
PRODA will add value to Nigeria in scientific and technological renaissance, and also create employment opportunities and peace for the southeastern region.
Senate adopted a motion from Senator Anthony Siaka urging authorities to address incessant attacks in parts of Gombe State.
During the late hours of Wednesday to early hours of Thursday, 11 December 2024, invaded community of Sansani, Kalindi, Powishi, Laushi, Daji, villages, Kalme district in Biliri local government senatorial district of Gombe South, on motorbikes, attacked and killed several residents, including a cleric.
On Thursday, in Ansabau, they killed 8 people. 2 are military officers and 6 are civilians.
A minute's silence was observed in honor of the victims. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
And away from the legislature, the Bureau of Public Procurement, BPP, says it's set to intensify enforcement and compliance with the provisions of Public Procurement Act by ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs. Director General of the BPP, Adeboale Adedogun, who briefed State House correspondents, said the agency is set to vigorously implement President Tinubu's administration's resolve to ensure accountability, delivery and value for public fund and capital projects. The Director General explained that BPP has streamlined its processes to monitor compliance, keep record of performance, and report weekly to the President.
There's no reason why we can't achieve 100% budget implementation. If we are very clear, if we are very direct, if we are very pragmatic on how we want to implement projects. If for us to also ensure that these MDAs are put on their toes, that this BPP should ensure timely reports to FEC, timely reports to the various key government functionary that monitors performances.
Also reviewed efforts to ensure proper scrutiny in the negotiation for the Presidential Power Initiative Siemens project just approved by the Federal Executive Council.
We actually scrutinized the request and found out that graciously government has saved about $115,000 through a negotiation. So that's a plus already. In just within these 2 weeks, we went into deep review and negotiation, and they saw the benefits. So these are the kind of things that money would naturally have gone into that contract without anybody doing anything about it. But we have been able to say no. We are working for the interest of Nigeria. You must come down from your initial price based on our price intelligence.
An ongoing transformation under the administration of President Bola Tinubu requires the conscious commitment of public broadcasters in order to match the pace and expectations of the government in projecting Nigeria's success stories. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris at the 2024 Maniland Retreat of the Voice of Nigeria showed steady and strategic socio-economic turnaround of the country. Saliu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
It is a reunion among staff and past leaders of the Voice of Nigeria after 12 years on hold. This retreat, with the theme Voice of Nigeria in the 21st Century, Restructuring for Global Impact, showcased intellectual discourse and leadership that is championing innovation to reposition the 63-years-old public broadcaster as one of the essential mediums to fight fake news and promote the Nigerian brand globally.
My leadership has been guided by a three-pronged approach focused on people, platforms, and partnership. People are the heartbeat of VON. I felt that as Director General, one of the gaps that I should fill is actually filling the gap and carrying the younger generation along so that they understand that they have a stake in the country, not just in Voice of Nigeria. And this retreat has to come up with enough policies and develop principles that can drive this agency very forward. You're not just here for jamboree.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, is behind the rebirth of these innovations across agencies under his supervision. This is an ambitious fiscal reform he assured to pilot with more vigor in the years ahead.
In this regard, Voice of Nigeria's role is well defined as the narrator of Nigeria's newfound road to economic recovery and the reimagined regional and international economic and political powerhouse. The Voice of Nigeria must be able to tell the world that Nigeria is working again, that we are winning the war on terrorism, banditry, and enemy warlords that seem to define us of recent. That we are re-energizing our population towards sustainable productivity, that our young population has a clearer path to quality education through the National Education Loans Fund.
Stakeholders were unanimous that the reforms in the country's media ecosystem are having a positive impact and changing the narrative under the watch of the renewed hope.
Because I'm extremely proud of my brother, who is the minister now, has served as minister over 2 decades ago now. He's now doing even better than me. You made an announcement about my mentor and leader that I was very happy. I wanted to take the opportunity to, through you, thank Mr. President for naming the University of Abuja as Yakubu Gowon University.
In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
Vice President Kashim Shettima was a ceremonial guest at the Holy Mosque of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in Medina, Saudi Arabia. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports that the Vice President also visited the Shu'atahu, Uhud and Kuba Mosque.
A rare opportunity for Muslims to access the Rauda inside the Prophet Mosque in Medina, and Vice President Kashim Shettima, for the first time as the number 2 citizen, visited the holy city to pray for Nigeria's success in fighting its challenges. A sight that draws millions of Muslims seeking divine intervention, peace and a profound connection with Allah. Mount Uhud is very sacred, as Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to love this mountain so much. Vice President Kashim Shettima visited the field and offered prayers. Quba Mosque is another place the Vice President visited, offering 2 units of prayers for national prosperity and growth. The historic visit, Vice President Kashim Shettima expressed gratitude for this opportunity to visit the sacred locations. From Medina, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
You're watching the Network News. More reports when we return.
The general public is hereby invited to the 2024 FRCN Annual Lecture and Awards with the theme Nigeria Food Crisis, Which Way Forward? Date December 19, 2024. Venue Nikon Luxury Hotels, Abuja. Time 10 a.m. prompt. Special guest of honor His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chairman of the occasion His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike, Honorable Minister, Federal Capital Territory. Royal Father of the Day His Royal Highness the Emir of Zozo, Ambassador Ahmed Duhu Bamali. Guest lecturer Professor Abba Gambo, University of Maiduguri. Chief host the Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Information and National Orientation Alhaji Muhammad Idris. Host Director General, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, Dr. Muhammad Bulama. Remember, the 2024 FRCN Annual Lecture and Awards holds on December 19, 2024. Don't miss it. Signed, Nsushima Ki, Chair, Planning Committee.
The National Assembly will on Wednesday 18th December 2024 hold a joint session as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, will lay the budget proposal for 2025 by 10 a.m. Announcer Sani Magaji Tambuwal, FCNA, Clerk to the National Assembly.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
The Kebbi State government is set to host the 39th edition of the National Quranic Recitation Competition for this year. The competition, which will draw participants from all the states of the Federation, starts on the 19th and ends on the 28th of December 2024. Organized by the Musabaka Foundation for Quranic Recitation in Nigeria, Center for Islamic Studies, Usmanu Danfodio University, Sokoto, the competition began in 1986. It has over the years become an avenue for the propagation of the virtues of Quranic recitation and to mold reciters into keepers of the scholarship tradition and examples to others who seek to master it and become examples to upcoming ones. The Kebbi State government under Dr. Nasir Idris, Kaurangwandu, is happy to showcase the Islamic scholarly heritage of Kebbi State as expounded by Malam Abdullahi Ibn Fodio, known as Malam Abdullahi Ngwandu. Kebbi State, the land of equity. Announcer Yakuba Ahmed BK, Commissioner of Information and Chairman, Publicity Committee.
My champs, they use energy at school.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release.
Milo! Risco tomato. Our food, our health, our tomato paste. There is no tomato paste, the taste of my house. There is no tomato paste. Yeah, Richico tomato. tiwani. 100% natural tomato. Namunle, alelelelelele, oh, alelele, oh, ale. Erisco tomato paste, the taste of Nigeria.
Everyone dreams of a better tomorrow. A tomorrow fueled by hope for the future. ARM has everything you need to go from where you are to where you need to be. Join us. Let's face tomorrow together. ARM. Invested in your tomorrow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Sandra speaking. Right now, we are flying from Lagos to United Kingdom. We'll be taking off in
10 minutes. Open your seatbelt and get ready for the air ride.
Every kid is amazing at something, but we call amazing kids Amazinators. Feed your kids with the Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal. It contains protein, fiber, calcium, and vitamin A, which gives your kids the power of 4 to nurture them to greatness. I am Captain Amazing. For amazing kids who become
Amazinators.
Amazing Day cereal. Nurture the amazing.
Thanks for being there. It's another early Christmas celebration for senior citizens across the country as Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu flags off the second edition of the Renewed Hope Initiative Elderly Support Scheme nationwide. Under the program, a total of 9,500 aged will each receive the sum of 200,000 naira as support from the RHI. State House correspondent Adeniyi Taiwo reports.
Aged and wise, but somehow feeble in strength, they represent a subset of the society who have been gracefully impacted by the withering hands of time. Their total well-being, physical, medical and otherwise, is a major concern that Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu is addressing with the national flag-off of the second edition of the Elderly Support Scheme of the Renewed Hope Initiative at the Armed Forces Officers' Mess, Abuja.
This program is designed to support the welfare of our elderly citizens annually. 250 elderly citizens aged 65 and above in all 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Capital Territory, and veterans from the Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association will be benefiting from this scheme. The governing board of the Renewed Hope Initiative has decided to increase the grant from 100,000 to 200,000 this year. A total of 1,900,000,000 naira will be disbursed across the nation.
While presenting a cash sum of 200,000 naira to some of the beneficiaries, the First Lady wished them a fun-filled Yuletide celebration and enjoined them to prioritize their well-being.
Eat well, stay hydrated, do little exercise like walking and getting adequate rest. Spend quality time with loved ones and do what you enjoy and makes you happy.
The Armed Forces community, led by the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, is happy at our unwavering commitment to the cause of the vulnerables, particularly the veterans.
We are going to support this program yearly. Amma has already made our own budget for 250 elderly persons, but we are adding more 250.
It's not just a responsibility, but a privilege to show our love and gratitude, where no one is left behind in an aging world which is inspiring and worthy of emulation.
Today's event is more than just a gesture of goodwill, but a reminder that your efforts and commitment for a better Nigeria is not forgotten.
Apart from offering free medical services to some of the senior citizens, the scheme, under the Social Investment Program of RHI, also provided free food items. From the Armed Forces Officers' Mess, Abuja, Adeniyi Taiwo, NTA News.
And meanwhile, First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu has reassured of continued commitment to drive economic growth towards a better life for the elderly. This was while flagging off a second edition of the Renewed Hope Initiative Elderly Support Scheme in Gombe State. Zara Umar Adamu reports.
Themed Total Wellness, Happy, Healthy and Prosperous Lifestyle, the second edition of the Renewed Hope Initiative Elderly Support Scheme in Gombe State will reach out to 250 beneficiaries with the aim of supporting welfare of the elderly. In addition, free medical checkups and other sundry items will be provided.
The governing board of the Renewed Hope Initiative has decided to increase the grant from 100,000 to 200,000 this year. I congratulate all our senior citizens who have been selected as beneficiaries.
Beneficiaries said the grant has come at the right time when most of them are affected by the current economic realities.
Grateful to God for this great day, that I've seen a great favor from God through our dear mother, Mrs. Remi Tinubu. May God bless her.
Then after that, any person will get this money, make you try to do better thing to yourself.
Economic empowerment remains a core goal of the Renewed Hope Initiative of Senator Remi Bola Tinubu. Zara Umar Adamu, NTA News.
In continuation of its nationwide tour, Booth to Booth with Bola Tinubu and APC support group has distributed palliatives to APC members in Mobi North local government area of Adamawa State. The initiative is not only to cushion the effect of the economic challenges, but to raise the hope of the people for better days ahead under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rayanu Bala reports.
Initiative of Boot to Boot with Bola Ahmed Tinubu under its Project 774, which involves the distribution of palliatives to APC members in 774 local government areas in Nigeria, is their way of thanking its faithful for their support to the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is also aimed at strengthening the president's support base in order to allow the Tinubu-led administration concentrate on providing good governance to the people of Nigeria. The provision of palliatives to 90 APC members in Mobinot local government area of Adamawa State is to rekindle their hope that the APC administration under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to restore the economic fortunes of the country.
I will use it during Xmas time, and my people within my area will enjoy together with me. And I'm very happy about Boot to Boot, what they have did to us.
We are ready to support his policies and program. We are praying for him for wisdom, knowledge to enhance so that our country will become productive to be counted among the great country in the world.
The Adamawa State Coordinator APC Boot to Boot with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Wilfred Williams, and the Chairman APC Boot to Boot Mubinot Local Government Area Bulus Wade expressed optimism that the economic policies of the federal government will yield results for socio-economic development of the country.
This rice will go a long way in helping the masses in Nigeria, more especially at this critical moment when we are approaching Christmas. Ahmed Bola Tinubu is helping the poorest in Nigeria. He is helping us.
The Boot to Boot with Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also pledging its support to the national leadership of the APC and commended the APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje for his giant strides at repositioning the party. In Iola, Rayanu Bala, NTA News.
Widows and the less privileged are among those who have been empowered by the coordinator Abuja Metropolitan Management Council Felix Oboa in line with his commitment to sustaining his vision of a service to humanity. The empowerment package was presented to beneficiaries during his birthday celebration held in his country home, Omoko River State. Marian Vincent Oko has details.
Such was the joy of coordinator Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, Brother Felix Oboa, as family, friends and political associates converged to celebrate his birthday, organized by the group Friends of Felix Oboa. The celebration of the man whose philanthropic disposition to humanity earned him the nickname Go Round, according to many, is to reciprocate his years of commitment to human development. Chairman on the occasion, Emmanuel Ekon, and some of his friends describe him as a detribalized Nigerian.
And celebrate this icon, this son of the Niger Delta that have done us proud.
His name, Go Round, has spoken for itself. He's a very nice man and a burden bearer. He's a very, very hard-working person. In terms of working relationship, he's a very generous person. He embraces everybody. Wherever he goes, he makes impact. And Go Round was remembered for all that he did for PDP. He built a secretariat where we use today as Felix Obua Hall.
For the celebrant, the occasion afforded him an opportunity to appreciate God for keeping him through the years.
I will continue to do that, which give God glory. That thing that I do, that I've made all my friends together to celebrate me at this level, I will not stop doing that. We all celebrated our boss, our leader, a man who has put life into all of us. Chief Barrister Yusuf one weekend. I use this as a day to appreciate him.
Brother Obua empowered 20 people with 1 million naira each in commemoration of the birthday of the FCT minister. Men 70 years old were presented with cash gifts, while 260 women, mainly widows, were empowered with cash gifts by the Friends of Felix Obua Support Group. In Port Harcourt, Mary and Vincent Oko, NTA News.
A selfless service, perseverance, and commitment in the nation-building process are the major marks of quality identifying the former President Muhammadu Buhari's successful life as a two-times president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This was the unanimous view of the former president's executive council members who converged on his hometown, Daura, for the celebration of his 82nd birthday. Hussaini Sulaiman reports.
Very fine. I developed a 4-day working week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Of course, on Sunday I allow everybody to go wherever he likes.
This is one of the Nigerian heroes who serves the country as both former military head of state and former two-term civilian president celebrating his 82nd birthday. Happy birthday to you. Notable Nigerians have rejoiced with him and described him as a committed leader with only the nation's interest in heart.
His values, his life of integrity, his consistency and commitment to the plight of Nigerians, that has stood him out.
He is looking 10 years younger. He looks much younger than when he took office.
Many more appearances in good health.
President Muhammadu Buhari is a phenomenon. He has done so much to uplift the living standard of the people.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari, while expressing gratitude for attaining the 82nd years alive and healthy, also shared his life experience when he was serving Nigeria under both military and democratic journey.
Wherever I find myself, especially when I was in the military, I try to do my best. For example, I walked from Makadi to the end of Nigeria because every conceivable culvert and bridge was blown up by the rebels.
President Buhari has used the opportunity to call on Nigerians, especially the youth, on the need to remain law-abiding with the attitude of respecting one another. In Daura, Hussaini Sulaiman, NTA.
And President Bola Tinubu has extended warm felicitations to former President Muhammadu Buhari on the occasion of his 82nd birthday. In a statement personally signed by the President himself, he reflected on the former leader's years of dedicated leadership and service to the nation. He noted that Buhari's commitment, doggedness and sense of unity is an inspiration to many, with President Tinubu pledging to build on the infrastructure legacy Buhari bequeathed to the nation as the leader of the country's first APC administration. On this special day, the President prayed for Buhari to be surrounded by the love of family and friends and continue to enjoy good health, happiness and fulfillment in all his endeavors. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Northern States Governors Forum and Governor of Gombe State, Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya has rejoiced with former President Muhammadu Buhari on the occasion of his 82nd birthday. In a goodwill message on behalf of the 19 Northern Governors, the NSGF chairman described the former Nigerian leader as an iconic statesman whose life epitomizes patriotism, integrity and commitment to Nigeria's progress, praying Allah to continue blessing him with good health, wisdom and strength to contribute to peace and prosperity of Nigeria. Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare Professor Muhammad Ali Party says the ongoing reform of Nigeria's healthcare ecosystem is not only a moral imperative but also a critical enabling factor for sustainable economic growth of the country. Party was speaking in Lagos when he commissioned a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility. He was accompanied by the leadership of the Presidential Healthcare Value Chain Unlocking Program. The coordinated minister, while acknowledging that a healthy workforce is key to enhance enterprise in Nigeria, notes that new revenues and job creation in the sector will facilitate a turnaround that the renewed hope pursues.
To win, and under the leadership of His Excellency Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think Nigeria is on its path to medical industrialization, one step at a time. And from the government side, we'll do everything we can to support the industry to thrive.
Which is really one of the key things that we need in this country. So this project is going to help a lot, in terms of revenues. Obviously, it's going to generate a lot.
It's time now to join Adiola in Lagos for more on the network news. Good evening, Adiola. Compliments of the season. In Lagos for more on the network news.
Still on health matters, a leading household name in pharmaceuticals and healthcare industry in the country, Saga Vitaceuticals Nigeria Limited, has received the pass mark from the Federal Ministry of Health. This was made known after a delegation from the ministry inspected facilities at the company's new plant in Makun, Ogun State.
The delegation from the Federal Ministry of Health Abuja arrived Saga Pharmaceutical new plant in Makun, Ogun State in company of the Managing Director Akash Kothari. The MD Saga Vitaceuticals took the delegation through what the company does and steps it has taken to get its product NAFDAC certified and ensuring they are affordable and accessible to Nigerians. Head of the delegation, Dr. Jimo Salaudin, noted that this is the first time a pharmaceutical company is inviting the ministry. The delegation reassured management of Saga Vitaceuticals that they will ensure their products are distributed across the country.
We are highly satisfied with what we have seen here in terms of production, in terms of the outcome, and along the fact that NAFDAC have even visited them and they too are satisfied.
If I can assure Nigerians of the quality medicines coming out from Saga Pharmaceuticals, then I will say yes.
Make sure that as you are starting now, you also start to ensure that you have good qualification. So that you won't have what you have produced, will then start coming back once to then test them.
Managing Director Saga Vitaceuticals Nigeria Limited says their target is to bring about 70% products to be manufactured in Nigeria.
Federal government have made in many policies to support local manufacturing in Nigeria. Their target is to bring in 70% products to be manufactured locally in Nigeria, along with NAFDAC also aligning to the same. We are in support of it and we want to show our dedication.
Saga's new plant produces 8 million tablets, 1.5 million capsules, 150,000 bottles of liquid, ointment and dry powder sachet each daily. Saga is a facility with good manufacturing practices on a 5-acre land. It boasts of 40 products which includes Vitaclux, Vitacillin, Vitamox, Vitacam and
Dedication, innovation, steadfastness and honesty has been the driving force behind the success story of Lee Engineering and Construction Company Limited. Group Chairman Dr. Limon Ikbia disclosed this at the 33rd anniversary of the company, which held in Lagos. Balaji Akim completes the story.
It was indeed a success story for Lee Engineering and Construction Company Limited, which began in a 40-feet container in Warri, Delta State in 1991. 33 years after, the company has snowballed into a conglomerate with offices within and outside the country. It is also a major player in the oil and gas sector.
If you want to go to the stock exchange, because all the documentation or all compliances, we have them in place. So it's just for us to go to a stock exchange and to improve our growth or innovation.
Speakers at the anniversary celebration described Lee Engineering Group as a believer in Nigerian content and an indigenous company that can conveniently compete with their global counterparts in the oil and gas sector.
What's most outstanding about Lee Engineering is the fact that in its employ, we have a lot of engineers. So they are not only developing the nation, they are also developing, by extension, developing engineers, particularly very young engineers.
Corporate culture is a very critical part of sustained success of organizations. And the culture in Lee Engineering, I have found, helps them to be very focused on excellence, on servicing their customers well, and ensuring that people who are part of the family are treated kindly.
The anniversary tagged celebrating 33 years of excellence, embracing our legacy, inspiring our future, was also used to present long service awards to some staff of the company. In Lagos, Bolaji Akim, NTA News.
And those are the reports from Lagos. The news will continue with Benny Adams on the business segment when we return from this break.
It's the Glow Festival of Joy and it's raining exciting prizes. Oh, for 120 days we take it to the max. Mind-blowing, loaded prizes. Take John winning a tear rubber Toyota Prado by recharging up to 100,000 naira. And Sister T winning a Cha-Cha Kia Picanto by recharging up to 50,000 naira. From the sky coming to you.
Yes, the gifts are unloading job all over Nigeria.
From Toyota Prados to Kia Picantos, Keke Napets, generators, sewing machines, and even grinding machines. Just dial *611#. Choose your prizes, recharge the value for the month, and you too can win. Whoa, you too can win,
The holiday season, the chance to showcase my exquisite taste in furniture through hosting my annual Christmas get-together. With LifeMade Furniture's Christmas discounts, I can upgrade my space without breaking the bank.
Save big this festive season with LifeMade Christmas mega discounts from November 1st to December 31st. For more information, call 081 2000 6000 or visit elifemade.com. Wish you a stylish Christmas with LifeMade Furniture.
My champs, they use energy at school. Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release.
Now this is tomato mix. Even after adding water, you can still taste the tomato flavor.
With Tasty Tom tomato mix, you can cook any of your customers' favorite meals.
No color changing like traffic lights.
Tasty Tom will surely give you value for money because Tasty Tom tomato mix is thick and little is enough to get your desired quantity of stew and soup. No unfair deal.
Tasty Tom makes me so happy. The taste is always on point.
And it doesn't color your meat or your chicken.
Because of Tasty Tom tomato mix, the taste of my food never changes. So my customers keep coming.
I don't compromise on the quality of my food, so I buy quality from the onset. Use Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix.
Tasty Tom, for tasty meals good for you. Available in convenient sachets.
At Home Options, you're welcome to a world of elegance, where every corner whispers sophistication. Step into our showroom and indulge your senses with our timeless designs and craftsmanship, from plush sofas to magnificent dining tables that host lifetime celebrations. Our collections, the hallmark of luxury. Create your haven with exclusive bedroom selections and turn your sanctuary into a realm of refined tranquility. When it comes to bathroom solutions, our stylish fixtures, lavish tubs and showers are crafted for your well-being, transforming your daily routine into a ritual of indulgence. At Home Options, we provide lifestyle solutions. So, visit our showrooms in Lagos and Port Harcourt because your space deserves to mirror your impeccable taste. Home Options. Live well.
Well, good to know you're here, and it's that time we talk business. Now, ahead of the presentation of the 2025 budget proposal to the National Assembly in less than 24 hours, economic experts have continued to commend the size of the budget and speak on prospects. Let's take a listen.
Effectively and efficiently is to, of course, adopt the open free market economy. And that is why we are seeing our fiscal space becoming so big, that we are moving from 27, 28 or 36 if we look at the supplementary budget to 47. So I believe that the Nigerian economy now trending on the open market, free market economic model will become more buoyant and more vibrant.
Now, still talking budget, procurement and supply chain professionals are advocating due process in budget implementation process at the national level, as well as in ministries, departments and agencies of government to ensure efficiency in service delivery, as well as checking misappropriation of funds. This is as they proceed that procurement process takes 75 to 80% of expenditure, hence the need to do it correctly.
We need to change the program from a reactive position to proactive one as a major stakeholder in our national economic growth and development by participating in the budget planning in our various organizations.
At the capital market, the market today was not only positive, but has crossed the 100,000 point threshold for the first time since July this year. This is driven by sustained buying interest in some stocks, particularly in the industry sector. And looking at the numbers at this point in time for today, we had 478 million shares exchanging hands in the market and finally reaching 9,578 deals. These deals are valued in 22.5 billion naira. Market capitalization has actually reached the 60 trillion threshold, talking about 60.6 at this time, bringing our all share index to 100,050.94 basis points, which shows, compared with the previous market day, today's data shows 35% decline in volume, 27% improvement in turnover, about 8% decline in deals. And on the aggregate, 124 companies participated in trading, ending with 25 gainers and 26 losers. And at the top three, we can see the industry sector coming tops, no longer the banking sector, talking about X-Transact at 70.2 million, Transco HUD 69.9 million, and Wando 26.4 million. That is it on business. Olajide, hope you take interest in investing in Nigerian stock exchange market.
Definitely, Benny. After the news, we'll discuss more. Many thanks. Moving on, the Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Anaza Musa Musawa, has received the prestigious UNESCO certificate recognizing the Kano Derby Festival's inscription on the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Gifanshaji Ugwai reports that this achievement is part of government's efforts to preserve and promote Nigeria's rich cultural heritage.
With its origins dating back to 1466, the Durbar is an annual religious celebration that marks the end of Ramadan and coincides with the Muslim festivities of Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr. UNESCO has recognized the significance of this festival and as a result presented Nigeria with a certificate officially inscribing the Kano Durbar Festival on the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity.
now that the world really is interested in Nigeria. So now it is time for us to bring this culture out, this tradition, looking at how it ties into tourism as well.
Many people, after this inscription, will be eager to come and see the Droba physically in Kano. So it's a festival that should really be promoted by government, and we uplift it to international levels.
This achievement brings the total number of Nigeria's inscribed elements to 8, further solidifying the country's position on the global cultural map. In Abuja, Ufanshaji Ugwani, NTA News.
And President Bola Tinubu has appointed an international development specialist, Aisha Garba, as the executive secretary of the Universal Basic Education (UBEC). A statement by the special advisor to the president on information strategy, Bayo Onanuga, notes that Aisha Garba, a senior education specialist with the World Bank, has worked in African and West countries and is bringing more than 24 years of experience to drive impactful programs in the education for human and economic development. The president expects the new UBEC executive secretary to drive the renewed hope and vision of providing and supporting quality education and ensuring that Nigerian children become globally competitive. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, has expressed condolences to the families of the victims of the recent boat accident on River Benue, which occurred on December 15, 2024, when a commercial wooden boat capsized while carrying more than 70 passengers. The minister, in a statement issued in Abuja, declared the spate of boat accidents on Nigerian waterways, emphasizing the need for caution by boat operators and users by using life jackets and avoiding overloading boats. Oyetola therefore urged state, local governments, community leaders and other stakeholders to join efforts with the Ministry and National Inland Waterways Authority to prevent future accidents. And another break beckons. The news continues in a moment.
As this year draws to a close, we would like to express our sincere gratitude for your continued support. From breaking news to heartwarming stories, we are committed to bringing you credible content and delivering captivating programs that keep you glued to your screens. Our team is committed to providing exceptional service to delight our clients. We say thank you to those who have supported us through the year, from government agencies to corporate clients, political parties, religious bodies, and, most importantly, our viewers. As we welcome the new year, we look ahead with a promise to bring you the best in broadcasting as we continue this journey with you. Season's greetings from all of us at NTA.
How healthy is our healthcare system? The National Health Facility Survey 2023 reveals groundbreaking insights into the state of healthcare delivery in Nigeria. Join key stakeholders, policymakers, and health experts as they delve into the findings of the survey and discuss the future of healthcare in Nigeria. From infrastructure gaps to successes in service delivery, we explore the numbers, the impact, and what lies ahead for Nigerians. Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Educative and incisive as ever. Join us.
From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors, we turn dark into light, we make solution, we ignite passion, yeah. Ethnicity is unique. are more than desperation.
We are Nigeria. We are Nigeria. Strengthening unity. We know they carry lives. We are Nigeria. We are Nigeria. Together live the dream of a land with great destiny. We are Nigeria.
I am the Real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
Glad to know you're still there. Cameroonian President Paul Biya calls for immediate action towards addressing Central African economy, just as European Union pledges additional €1 billion to Turkey for hosting Syrian refugees. Chukunonso Nwabueze has details and global updates.
President Paul Biya, who is making his first public appearance since late October, urged leaders of the Central African states gathered at the Cameroonian capital Yaoundé to take urgent action to face the region's economic climate. Our net external assets have declined significantly. This situation calls for urgent action on our part to turn the tide, Biya said at the opening of a special section of the bloc. The presidents of the Central African Republic, Gabon and Equatorial Guinea attended the event, which also hosted IMF and African Development Bank representatives. In another development, the EU is to give Turkey an extra €1 billion in funding to care for the Syrian refugees it is hosting.
This will support, among others, healthcare and education of refugees in Turkey. It will continue to contribute to migration and border management.
Turkey is hosting nearly 3 million refugees who fled across the border in search of safety after the civil war began in 2011. The European Union and Turkey are hopeful that the shift in power in Damascus will allow many of them to return home. In 2016, Ankara and Brussels struck a controversial deal under which the EU agreed to offer money in exchange for Turkey taking back any irregular migrants reaching Europe. Chukunonso Nwabueze, NTA News.